Hey, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to talk about day 6 of our antelope hunting trip. And if you missed out on any of the previous days, hey, just check out this link. Take you right back to day 1, and then just follow it right through day 1 through today, which is day 6. So today, we've been seeing some antelope in that area down by the pond about every day, and I've been trying to stake it out, and they just been, I don't know I'm there, or just real leery, I guess this time of year, maybe of going right down in there. Just been kind of out of range, so I kind of get the feeling they know where I'm at. So the plan for today is I've gotten up before sunrise, gotten in there about 30 minutes before first shooting light, and I've cut some ground trying to get up closer to that corner where they're coming in and just kind of skirting this area in hopes that I can catch that herd coming through. They've been just kind of hanging out away from them. I get glimpses of them, but just don't get any shots at them. So that's kind of the thing. I'm going to hang out there till noon, see what if I see anything, work my way back, and then the plan is to just see if there's any activity on the other side of this piece of property, and then if there's not, then we're going to go after that bunch that I saw the day before back in that back area. It's about a mile and a half away. So that's kind of the plan for the day. And so here's what happened on day 6. I got up early this morning, and I was out there before about 6 o'clock, about half an hour before legal shooting. It's about 6:30 here. I sat there until about noon, and had some 3 does and a buck come in. They were a little over 400 yards, so I waited until they got behind a deal, and I tried to cut some distance on me or on them, and I got set up, and I thought they were going to come out, and then I don't know, just crawling through the weeds, the doe heard me, and she came over the top where I wasn't expecting her to come, and she just came looking for something, her big eyes, and when she saw me, she ducked down the hill. And when that happened, the buck stepped up, but he was a little over 300 yards. I didn't have time to range him, so I took a shot, and it went right underneath him. I could see where the dust was. Yeah, and then after they all like skedoodled, I ranged it, and it was about 350. So yeah, I didn't have time. I just didn't have time. I thought I was within 300. I thought or within 250 is what I thought. So it's about noon. We're gonna go over to the other side and see if we can find a herd over there, and maybe we can try to get something going. All right, we're about a mile and a half back in here, and we've ran onto a group of like 8 does and a buck, and Jeff is up on the hill spotting for me, and I'm trying to sneak. They've crossed the road, so I've got to get across the road, so I'm just waiting for this doe to get back down in the ditch. So I can pop over this edge. Looks like she's down. All right, here we go. Once she got out of sight, I got across the road, and there were a couple little hills that I had to get over before I could get down to this ravine that I saw on base map that worked its way up towards where they were at. So I got down to it. It was about 8 foot tall, so I could stand up in it, but I was kind of staying down in case they happened to pop up over some of these hills. And every once in a while, I'd get up through that grass and get my binoculars out and peek out at them. And I just came over here with my binoculars, my gun, and a shooting stick that Jeff had, and that's about my phone, obviously. And that's all I took across there with me. So every time I'd peek, I'd come back down, and then I'd work my way, kind of zigzag all the way through there. And so at every turn, I would just take a peek and then try to scurry around the next bend and get to another flat spot. And then finally, about the third turn, I was coming up the edge to look, and I mean, I was leaving my gun and everything down there. I was just crawling up there with binoculars, and I was getting ready to come up over the top. That buck came out of the ditch, probably about 100 yards, 120 yards ahead of me, up onto a flat area. And he hadn't seen me or anything, and I just slid back down. I got my gun up, got a nice prop on it, and got him right there. And then when he fell, I was waiting for antelope to scatter and nothing happened. So I just waited a minute to see if somebody would go to see, something would pop up out of the ditch. Nothing. I didn't see anything. So I went on up to the top of this ridge and peeked over, and they were all bedded down in this little divot right there, a little bit from the road. Some of them were standing up, and some of them were still bedded down. So I just picked a doe out of the bunch and took a shot at her, and I'm pretty sure I hit her, but they all just took off running. So I went up on the hill and waved Jeff down, and he came on down, and he had a good spot on the doe. So we went ahead and quartered that buck out and took a few pictures, and we decided to go and see if we could find that doe. There's a group of antelope over there, about 7 of them, way over there on the other side of the valley. They're kind of moving up that hill. Outshot a doe last night, right about 6, and last shooting light 7. So, but I had that buck down, and that doe had taken off on us. Jeff had thought he was over on a different hill and thought he got a good spot on her, and must have just wounded her somehow. But she had laid down, but man, we got over there probably right about 7. Thought she'd be dead, and she got up and took off. So I'm tried to get another shot at her, but it was kind of right there at 7 o'clock. It was getting kind of dark, and I don't know, I thought I hit her, but if I did, she kept running. So back over this morning trying to find her. Came across this herd, so I'm just trying to ease in on them in case I can't find her. Maybe I can get one of them. Well, we'll give it a good look. I know almost where she's at. So it didn't take me very long to find her, and I gave Jeff a call, told him that I'd had her and I'd be back in an hour or 2, and he started packing up camp, and he was bagging that buck I'd shot last night. And then when I got back, I helped him finish up. We did that doe, put her in bags, iced her down, and we headed home probably a little before noon. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with everybody you know. And until next time, get out there and do something.